Good morning, team. Happy Saturday. It's March 25th. This is the weekend members video. I am going to go through the market as concise as quickly as possible, and then we're going to go through our main 5 watch lists that we went through last week. Those scans. I'm going to go through each one of them. I'm going to give you those stocks in the email. So I'm gonna try to be as fast as possible with those, so we don't, doesn't make the video too long. If you guys like this format, let me know. If you want to, kind of different kind of type of format, more market, more stocks, or I also can go over, which I'm not going to today because I'll make the video too long, but I can go over like my wheel trades that I have currently going on, so you can kind of have an idea, more insight of real life, how that works and how I'm doing them. So if you're interested in the wheel strategy trades, let me know and I'll make a video on those as well. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna go through the S&P and then I'm gonna show you the NASDAQ work. I'm looking at something really interesting in the NASDAQ and also here in the S&P. So here we go. The market. There's a little bit of a cup here kind of going on. If you notice, back over here, this was an area that was kind of, resistance. We kind of hit our head here. We came back down again. We floundered with it a few more days, and then until we finally took off, and then we came back to this area here. We meandered around there for a little bit, right? And then where are we? We went back here again 3 or 4 days ago, and then we're underneath it. So this 4,000 and then 4010, 4020 kind of level needs to be broken to be able to go to the upside. Then we have this level at that 4085-ish kind of level, where if you notice, kind of right here, we kind of meandered around there as well. So these are kind of the next levels that I'm looking at that we're going to have a little bit of issue with. We have this downtrend here we need to clear as well. So let me, I want to kind of give myself a little alert here as well. So we need to clear this little uptrend, and we have this little triangle here, if you notice. Also here. That's not what I wanted to do. Right here. So we had this little triangle here that we kind of formed a little wedgie. This can go either way. If we break up here, we're going to go to that 4100 level, 4080, 4100. If we kind of go up a little bit and we break down, we could see ourselves back in the in the 3800, 3900. We test that and then maybe take off. So that's kind of where we're at. We're kind of like in this little, once we start coming into this here and we start coiling, it's going to break. It's going to go this way or go this way. Now what I'm noticing here, the potential for this one to be the higher probability scenario is because this is what I'm looking at right here. The momentum is slowing down to the downside. In other words, it's picking up to the upside from the downside. We went from red to yellow. Now we're getting a little bit less yellow. We're coming back up to the 0 line, and then hopefully we go positive. Another thing I'm noticing here is also we're in a squeeze. We're in a squeeze. This squeeze right here started this day. We are currently in a squeeze. If you notice, you have 1, 2, 3. This is the pro. 5, 6, 7. We're gonna break out of the squeeze here. If you notice, we had a squeeze here on this day, and momentum was dying down, and then then it started firing, not firing, but it started going to the red, -0 on this day right here. And then we got the little green dot telling me, hey, I'm about to fire. I'm about to fire. And look, 2 days later, this is a daily chart. 2 days later, boom, we fired right here. And then we went all the way down to right here. So when this was telling me, let's say 39.70, and you went all the way down to 38.20. It's over 100-point move on the squeeze when it fired. And then it fired all this right here. And then once we started recuperating, we're now in this squeeze right here from this day, this big bar. We're in this we're kind of consolidating this little tight arrow here. We're kind of coiling, and then hopefully we break up, because this looks like I'm getting some green dots here. Hopefully we get some more green dots over here. You know, this looks like it might fire to the upside. So let's keep a look out for that. Also, what I was noticing in the Nasdaq that looks kind of promising as well. We also have a squeeze in the Nasdaq, but look at this squeeze in the Nasdaq. We are momentum high. We went from all the way red, yellow. We went back up to the zero line on this day, and now we're moving up higher with a level bar. Momentum is slowing down on this blue bar here, letting me know. This is the pro. I get all this little pre on the pro. But if you notice, I got a green dot on this day. So that tells me, hey, I'm coiling here. I'm about to go. And look what it's telling me in the momentum bar. I'm getting blue bars. So I'm about to go means that we have another 5, 6, 7, 8 more days of upside potential. Now if you notice here, we had a squeeze on this day right here. Got a squeeze on the pro here, and then we fired on this day right here. And if you notice, the momentum was going down, right? Momentum was going down, and then this bar went red right there. So where does the squeeze fire? The squeeze fired to the downside. Okay, then it slowed down, picked up a little bit again, and then we had day one of a squeeze right here, and we are currently in a squeeze. Okay, so this could chop around for a while, and if you notice, also, look at this line right here, right? This little red resistance dots were given to me back on this day. And look where we're at. We hit our head here, 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 and then we're underneath it. These things matter. Okay, so and then on this side over here, we kind of hit our head here. We came back up to here again. We hit it here. We hit it here, and then we took off. So we're kind of bouncing around this little box right here. Right? So this squeeze is telling me that I'm going this way, which is a good thing. That means we're gonna have updates, which it coincides with what I was telling you about March. Ending of March, we go higher. April is like the second or third best month of the year. So April usually has a gain for the year. So we're looking. There's potential to look good here. So let's get positioned for long plays here, and then any little dips could be a viable scenario. Because again, this is telling me that we're in a squeeze in the Nasdaq, and the squeeze is looking very positive that we're going to fire to the upside. Unlike this one, where we had the beginning of the squeeze here, but this was on a downward trend. So we had that big red bar, and we had continued momentum to the downside. Which way did the squeeze fire? You fire to the downside. Okay, this way I'm going momentum higher. The same scenario here. Now I have this scenario here. This was going down. This is going up. Okay, when I had the first one here, I was still yellow. I was still negative momentum. Here I was positive and I went to negative. Here I was negative and I went to positive, going higher. What happened here? Boom. What's going to happen here? Don't know, but this is what it's telling me. Okay, so little crystal ball heads up here. This looks like a very high probability that we go higher. Higher meaning we might hit 1200, 12,000, 12,2. That's only a couple hundred points away. I mean, Nasdaq a couple hundred points is nothing. Let me see here if we got any headwind on top. We got some headwind, somewhere 400, 600 points higher, which is a nice little rally either way. So we can make some money that way. Okay, so my XSP, basically we're just, it's the same thing as the S&P. Just so you know, this little yellow little dots here is the expected move for the week. So I plot out every week, every Saturday, I plot out the next week's expected move to kind of see where we're at with it. So like last week, this was the expected move right here. From here, see if you notice, we went right to it, and then we never touched the bottom expected move. we completely cleared it. Sorry, we completely, wait, no, we didn't. We didn't. This was the expected move of last week. We didn't get to it. We got to the high end. We got to the high end. Now this is the expected move for next week. So we're kind of in the middle. If you notice, we're right here in the middle. We're right there, right? We're in the middle, what 397.25 area. You know that needs to be cleared. And then we got 400, 402. So the expected move for next week is up here at 406 something, and then 387 something. So I'm more bullish on this expected move to go this way for next week. Okay, so let me. That's pretty much in the market. Okay, so any questions on that? Please let me know. You guys usually just are pretty quiet. You don't ask me anything, so I guess you all know what you're doing, and you're all making 50% return a year. And I hope that's the case. Okay, so let's go through the scans. I'm gonna go from little to big, as far as the ones that have the least amount, and the ones that have the most amount will be the last one, which is the filtered watch list. The first one. I haven't looked at these yet, so let's go through these guys. This was a buy hit right here, but I don't like this little on the cup here. There might be resistance up here to 65. I don't have that much room to go here, so I'm gonna completely pass on this. LSCC made really good money on this one. We went to 96. We were here in the low 80s. That was a really good move. And guess what? Look, we are still on a squeeze. We are still on a squeeze. So really hasn't really technically fired yet, which is amazing. So I am definitely a buyer somewhere right here. I got 75 shares that I picked up when it kind of dipped back in here, in this level here, and the sweet spot. This is basically like the trade that I'm trading my plan. This is the execution. This is right here. I'm gonna squeeze. Excuse me. I'm gonna squeeze. I'm above the zero line. Momentum is picking up. I have a nice uptrend in the stock. I have a nice stacked EMAs, and it's coming in my sweet spot between the 8 and the 21. I'm a buyer. Why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't I be? So I just bought a very small amount because I wanted to test it out because I didn't know where the market was going on Friday. So I picked up some here. Let's see where it goes. I'm looking, somewhere. I'm right here somewhere in the 90 range. So even if I pick up 6-7 points, sometimes it'll $400 return on 75 shares in a week. That's not that bad. And if it goes lower, I might add in the 88, 89 range. Definitely 87-ish is kind of my stop out. 1,000% for sure. I'm stopping out below 86, 48 around there. But I don't think I'm going to hold it for that long. I got a nice fresh big 3 buy signal on the day. So this is looking good. This is looking good as a good entry somewhere, basically right here, right now. Because anything over, I would say anything over 91.50 is extended, which is above the 8. So I would not be a buyer above 91.30, 91.50. Anywhere between sub 90 and above 88, it's a good entry for this stock. You get out at 87 and change, and then you take profits at 96 and then 99. This can make a 100 run, okay? And then we hit almost 97 on Thursday, so that was a good trade so far. So okay, so that one's looking good. So what else is the other one here? This is from the Big 3 bullish. CD, I like this. See, look at this. Stack EMAs. I don't have a squeeze. I got a little early warning here on a little overbought scenario. We might have a little downturn. That's why I have an alert here. Just shy of 200. So I can kind of pick it up on a dip real quick and then make a play for 210 around there. So I'm a buyer somewhere in this $200 range by the 21 on this one. Okay, so that's those 2 lists. And the next one, this is the within 1% of the 21, which is right here. Let me clean this. So, okay, this one I'm like, see, I have a squeeze, but here, I got my pro indicator letting me know that hey, I'm going low. I'm going short here. So I am not going to be a buyer of this Even though it has a nice little hammer candle, I like this little hammer candle. This is positive. This is very bullish. It's a hammer candle right here. It's a hammer candle right here. Whenever you see a hammer candle, you kind of go, you tend to go higher. Hammer candle, boom, boom, boom. I don't know, boom. So maybe you could be a buyer, above 70, I would say 70, I don't know, 70, 76 around there, 70, 77. You could be a buyer. But then your stop will have to be down here. Okay? 60, 68, 68.50. That could be your stop. Right now it's in the sweet spot. But again, I'm below the zero line. So I probably would not be a buyer right now here. But I will put an alert. You know what? If I buy at 70.50, what's the high of the day? The high of the day is 70.53. So 70.61. If I'm a buyer at 70.61, my stop will probably be somewhere here. That's not that bad, 100 point, a dollar. So I'm risking a dollar to potentially make, let's say this is like, too high here. So let's use this one right here. This could potentially go to 74 and change, 72. So I could pick up on, probably $400, risk one. That's not that bad. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take a little flyer here. I'm a buyer here with a stop limit. Okay, I'm gonna have a stop limit. I'm gonna pick it up at 70.58. Sorry, 70.58, all the way to 70.81. How about I'm a buyer at this range? I'll pick up 100 shares. Good to cancel. Which my good to cancels are usually for the week. So by next Friday, this hasn't executed. I'm canceling this order. So there's my buy order. So if this kind of breaks out of this hammer candle, that means it works like a hammer candle is supposed to work. Then hey, it's gonna work. So I might take it for a couple $100 here. Take 25% off, and then the 25% off here. I'm also might be a buyer. No, because I don't want to be a buyer in the low side because this is telling me it's gonna fire short. So if it fires short, that means I'm never gonna get filled. So no harm, no foul. So I'm gonna be a stop out right here. So I'm gonna put an alert here. Give it a little bit of wiggle room. 69.58. So if I have shares, this is my stop out. That's it. Out of my head into my assistant, the screen. So that's it. That's the order. That's that. This one, we talked about this one. So did we? I don't remember we did. I don't think we did. But if we haven't, I think I did because I saw. No, I didn't. We have a long squeeze here. Long squeeze. This is kind of going nowhere. Going sideways for a long time. Kind of like climbing a little bit of wall right here. This could fire. You know what? It's gonna be the same thing here. What's the high of the day here? The high of the day here is 130.01. So, and then here, this one is 130.38. So I'm gonna be a buyer because my stop is where? Let me look at my stop here. My stop will be at 122. That's too low. So my stop will be under the 21, 127, 126. So if I'm a buyer at 130 something, that's about 100 shares. If I'm gonna risk 350, that's about 100 shares. So again, I will do the math a little bit more clear on my own here, but let me just put it right here. So buy 100 shares, good to cancel, a stop limit. Buyer at 314, all the way to 341, 22. Okay, so I'll buy here. The stop should really be 123, but that's just way too much. So just below 21. If I own this, this is where I get out. That's good. Now, that's it. We went through 3 lists. Now we're going to go through the main squeeze list, and then the last one is the filter list. There might be some overlap, like we said, and there it is. This is the first one overlap. We went through this one already. That's an overlap, which is good. Now here we go. Let's look at this one. MTSI. We have a lot of little hand. Actually, we went through this one already. Same thing. We went through. Okay, so this one. Again, this is firing short here. The red dot going down. This nice little cup here, but if it clears this area here, this can kind of take off. But I'm gonna put an alert. I don't want to be a buyer of this one. I like the other 2 charts a lot better to actually get involved. This is just kind of like, let's see what's going on here. Next one, same thing. I got a squeeze here. It's giving me the green dots, like, hey, I'm about to go. So this is exciting. This is a sweet spot right here at 75. I'm a buyer right here. My stop will be 73.98. That's not that bad, but I want to let it prove it to me. So what's the high of the day? 75.43. 75.43. My stop will be 73.88. 75.43, and then 73.88. That's $1.50 divided by 350. Sorry, 350 divided by 1.55. I could buy. Sorry, 350 divided by 1.55. I could buy 225 shares. I could buy 225 shares if I'm risking $350. So that's what I'm gonna do. I like this chart. And the main reason I'm kind of pulling the trigger on this, if it does execute, is because I got the green dots. See? Green dots right here. About to go. About to go. See? I got green dots, right? Green dots. I'm in a squeeze, green dots. And then boom. It fired. Okay? So from here, if I would have gotten in somewhere in these little green dots right here, let's say at 70.50, I'm probably going to get out right here at 74. That's 3 points with a, let's say less than 1. There's my 3 to 1. Again, I have 200 shares. I would have made $600 in 1, 2, 3 days, 4 days, in a week. I'd take that any day. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Boom, boom. So again, where is my high here? 73.43, and here's what I'm looking at here, guys. I'm looking at right here. This is my high for the day. This is where it opened. This is the low of the day. This is where it closed. 75.18, 75.18, and the high of the day is 75.43. That's the high of the day, 75.43. So I'm looking. So I need to clear that for me to be interested. 75.43. So I'm gonna buy here. Edit. There's 225 shares, what I'm allowed to buy based on my rules, on my plan. Good to cancel. So I will be a buyer at 75.46, and I'm good all the way up to 61. After that, it's a little bit too extended. Okay, that's it. Simple enough. Now, where am I stopping out? I'm stopping out right below the 34. So 73.80, 73.88. So here's my alert. That's what I said. If I got filled, this is my stop out. Now what I do is if I get filled, I'm going to put an OCO order, one cancels the other, with that 73.88 stop out, and then I'm going to set my first and second targets are going to be somewhere in 78. And if I'm buying 75, I'm going to take about probably like 50 shares off at 78. And then at 80, I'm taking off another 50%, and then I'm letting my last set somewhere over here, 82. That's not a bad trade at all. Let me also put another little trend line here. If I break that trend line, I'm going to erase my stop. Okay, I like that. There you go, BJ's. Here we go. Next, I'm at just to chop it for me. SDM. Ooh, this looks good. This looks good as far as potential for it to take off. Because why? got green dots. I got green dots, and this is firing. I got a golden. Whatchamacallit, squeeze here in the Pro. But again, it's been in a squeeze for a long time. It's kind of been going sideways for a long time. I don't know if I want to hang out, but this is telling me that it's about to fire. 1.7, and normally the goal is about 3, so there's my 2 to 1. I like it personally, but I'm already put on 3 trades, and I don't want to have like 15 trades on. So I like the other ones better than this. So I'm going to pass on this one. Don't have FOMO. This is a nice little setup, but hey, I just looked at this. This is firing short. I am not interested. Moving on. This is nice, but it's kind of like up and down. I do have a squeeze, but I have a squeeze for a long time here. This has been going. This is squeezing for a long time. So not interested. I got 3 better trades on BJ and ACLS and MTSI. So LSCC. Okay, let's continue. I don't like that too. I don't like the action on that. Don't like the action on that. This one. There's another one. Texas Roadhouse. I like the restaurant. This looks like I'm gonna squeeze. I've been squeezed for a long time here. It paid its dividend and then went down after the dividend. That's expected. This is a green dot. I'm about to fire. I'm about to go. So that's not that bad. If you're a buyer at 104.58 and you have a stop at 103.20, that's not bad risk reward, because even if you get up here to 108 range, you're a buyer at 104. You get 400 points here with a $150 stop. That's your 3 to 1. This is a good entry if you guys want to take this. I'm not taking it because again, I got the other setup are pretty good, but keep an eye on this, because this green dot is telling me that hey, I'm gonna take off. Me personally, I like the others that I put on trades on. I put on orders in a little bit better than this one. Like this hammer candle, that it kind of came back up again, but this is telling me it's going to fire short. I got a dividend coming in, at the end of the week. That means that it's going to go down that day. I'm going to pass on this one. This is just going sideways for a long time. I'm not interested in this. I put a trade on this that I kind of just got out of it on a basic break even, just because I had too many positions. But this is telling me again that got green dots. This looks like it's gonna fire to the upside. This is not bad here, but the entry will be somewhere here in the 44 range. This is I wouldn't be a buyer here. This one, not right here, right now. Too choppy, all over the place. WNS, not bad. This is going. The momentum is slowing down though. See, I like to see on a squeeze where the momentum is kind of picking up here. See, like here, we're in a squeeze here, and it's squeezing to the upside and eventually fired. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on this one. It's way too choppy, and then we got a dividend coming in, so we're gonna go down $1 at least on this day. So I'm gonna pass them down. This one, I got resistance right there. I mean, look at that. Look at this. I mean, this was put on. This indicator came on, back on, end of February, and then look, it's been on there for a while. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Respect the dots, guys. Respect the dots. The same thing as this one here. Boom, 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 and then eventually cleared it. So we're in this little box right here. It looks like it's firing, but it's got to clear. It's got to clear, 560 around there. I'm not interested. Right here, right now. This one I like it, but this is firing short. This is not, again, it's not fired yet, but it's going negative. I have negative momentum. I don't want to see red bars. So I'm not going to be a buyer long when I got a red bar. increasing that bar. Now, I'm in this case right here. If this was a different setup, it's different because I'm going from red to yellow. I'm going up, but I'm going from red to deeper red. I am not a buyer here, just like here. So look at this squeeze right here. Okay, look when it fired. I'm going up. Look when it fired, and look at this, guys. Green dots is telling me I'm about to go. See, if this is the case right here, if I had an order here somewhere in this day right here, I probably would have been a buyer, like somewhere here. Let's say at 59. This thing I would have been stopped out right here at 62 and a half. I would have made 3 points in about 4 days. That's not too bad. Now, see that out of stock. Again, hindsight is incredible, right? But it's not really hindsight. I mean, it's a squeeze. It's telling me right here. I'm gonna squeeze. I'm firing long. I'm firing short. I'm not interested. Moving on. Just that simple. Just too choppy here. Too many wicks here. I don't like to see that many wicks. I want to see little bars going up. This is I got day one of a squeeze here. I need to see at least 3 to 5. So that's it. That's the last one for that main squeeze. Now the last is the filter watch list. Intel. I made some money in this one. I got out early because actually, let me rephrase that. I did not get out early. I got it out according to my plan. My first target right here, I just took everything out of it because I had too many positions, but it reached the target. If you notice, boom, the 127. Okay, it reached the target. It hasn't fired yet, but it's going sideways. This is your buy right here. Somewhere around 40, and you get out of 43. You got a 3-point move. And your stop would have been somewhere around 39. There's your 3 to 1. Textbook. I played it to perfection, and then this is the way. And I got a fresh buy signal, but I'm a buyer if it comes inside 41. I'm not chasing here. It's already extended. It already did its move, even though it hasn't fired yet supposedly. But it did its move. It's got to come in a little bit more for me to be a buyer here again. But this is a good trade. I remember making good money in this one. Okay, here we go. ALGM. See the box? Remember the box, guys? Remember tell you about the box? Boom. We took off. And where did we go? Up here to that 48, almost 49 range. I got green dots here. This is still working. This is telling me that, hey, I'm not done. I'm not done with the squeeze yet. Look at all these buy signals. I mean, this wants to go to 50. This stock will eventually go to 50 within the next couple of weeks. That's what it's telling me right here. But I will be a buyer at 45-ish. I wouldn't be a buyer above the 8. I'm not buying above the 8. I'm buying right here. So just in case, somewhere along the week, if it comes in, I'll take a little, 45, 44. I wouldn't mind buying here because then what's my stop? 44.69. Less than $1 risk to potentially make 5 or 6. Okay, that's how I'm playing this one. All right, we already talked about this one. Nvidia 267, guys. It was $120 like 6 months ago. I was selling puts like crazy on this, make really good money. This is obviously way extended. Okay, way extended. The squeeze fired. It fired this day, right here. See the green dot? This is when it fired. Boom, fired right there. Fired at 240. 27 points later. This is where we're at. Where would have been your entry? Right there. 235. Let's say you would have made 37 points on this. This is a nice move. The power of the squeeze, guys. The power of the squeeze. This is extended. I'm not doing anything with this. Don't have FOMO. Don't chase. And then another one. Green dots telling me, hey, I'm about to fire. If you guys don't have the Squeeze Pro, you got to buy a Squeeze Pro. Got a discount on it. It's telling you right here, I'm about to go. What do you like to know when it's about to go? It's telling you, I'm about to go. Get you one last entry right here at 142. This thing is at 168. Okay? It's in a squeeze. You guys wouldn't have gotten these two. You would have gotten these right here, and then you wouldn't have seen anything else. and then you think it's gone. It's still in a squeeze right here. This is when it fired. Boom. So this is telling me I'm about to go, get in, buy me, and look at that, it gave you a chance. It came inside the 8, above the 21. It gave you a chance right here. So if you had an order here, that's why I put my orders in, I would have gotten filled. You would have made a nice diamond this one. Okay? So tools, you gotta have the right tools. The Squeeze Pro, it's made me a lot of money. It's like 100x my purchase price 5-6 years ago when I bought this. Again, this costs about $3,500. With my discount, I can give it to you guys for $1,500. I can sell it to you guys from my inventory at $1,500. The Squeeze Pro. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Again, yeah, this is like, it's not in a squeeze, so I needed to come in a little bit. We went through this one already. I'm not familiar with this one. Yeah, I guess I looked at it before because I have an alert here. But it's a bot. Look, I got the Squeeze Pro black dots squeeze for me. I got a 3-day squeeze, but I want to come in somewhere here at 3 or 5. I'll be a buyer. I'll be a buyer somewhere here at 3 or 5. It's got to come in. It's too extended. Okay, this one, the box. You gotta love the box. Boom. See, I got red dots. Green dots. I'm about to go. This thing is about to go. It went from negative to positive. Right here. So again, right here, right now, it's extended. I will not be a buyer right here. It needs to come in somewhere here. So I'm gonna put an alert. I'll be a buyer right there. Actually, let me put an alert. I have the alert, but just in case somehow during the week we get that nice little dip for some reason, I can take advantage. I'm a buyer at 60.84, which is right there. When am I stopping out? I'm stopping out at 60.24. Why? Because it's below these two guys right here. So 60.80, so 60.20. I'm missing 60 cents to potentially make $3 to $4. If it comes back inside here. I doubt it. Again, this will be this is good to cancel, but it's really for a week. So on Fridays, on Saturdays, when I go through my 1,000 charts, I go through what I have, and then I just cancel all these orders, and I go through a fresh set, just like I'm doing right here right now. So this could potentially, I'm gonna put an alert here just in case, just to kind of give me an idea that, hey, this did work. The green dots, were true. I was about ready to go, and I took off. So there you go. This is gone. This is gone. Look at the squeeze right here. Boom, fire, poof. So it's got to come in a lot. But I'm not. This Duolingo, I'm not familiar with it. It looks like a Chinese stock. I'm not messing with it. Don't like the way this looks. It's just like too messy. This one, I have an alert at 101. This took off already. Look at the squeeze right here. It already fired. I got a green dot. See when I got the green dots over here? Look at the green dots, guys. Boom, boom. Clear resistance. You would have been a buyer right here above resistance. Your buyer right there when it breaks out of this resistance level, and then you probably would have gotten stopped out somewhere in the 90 range, and you bought in the 85. That's a 5-point move, and then you squeeze fire here, but you probably would have been a buyer right here again. Took off. Now we're in a squeeze here. See, momentum started picking up to the upside somewhere right here. So right here in this little sweet spot, you're a buyer at 95. You're at 110. And they went all the way up to like 115, 117. So you definitely would have been taking profit somewhere on the way here. The power of the squeeze. Okay, AMD, the box. Here's the box. What happens when it breaks out of the box? Boom! I got a green dot. Poof! It just exploded, and I'm gonna squeeze. You cannot get more textbook. You cannot get more textbook. You're in a box. You're in a squeeze. It breaks out. You got a green dot. I'm firing. Boom! You're a buyer 86. This thing's at 97. The entry was right here. The entry was at 82. You kind of hang around with it, and boom. So Don't look for stocks. Don't look for AMD, Nvidia, Apple, Tesla. Don't look for stocks. Look for the setup. Look for a squeeze. It doesn't matter what stock it is. It's the setup. The setup is the one that's going to give you the profit, not the stock. Okay, and then you can look at it in multiple time frames, guys. I mean, you can go down to like, let's say, an hourly chart. Okay, there. See, look on an hourly chart, AMD is firing short. Okay, so let's see another one that's really big, that's really good. LSCC. On an hourly chart, this thing fires short. There it is. Look, there's a squeeze. Okay, perfect example. Here's day one of a squeeze, right? I got my pro black dot. I'm gonna squeeze all through here, right? And here, I fire, and then I'm going short, and then see how the momentum is going down? Boom. The same thing. You're shorting here when it goes below the 21, because now you're not going long, you're going short. You short here, and look, you went from 93 to 89. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what stock it is. It's just trade the setup. Okay. The next one, ANFS. Okay, this is now we went through this one already. We went through these already. AMD, MTSI. Right, we went through these already. Roblox. This is kind of like, the squeeze already fired. I don't have anything here. I got an alert just in case it kind of comes back inside here. I might be a buyer with a little stop on the, right on the around the 40. But right now, there's nothing going on here. XXA, I don't have anything here. The squeeze already fired. Boom. I'm not interested in this right here. Ooh, I got Apple on my list. Apple. Look, Apple was in a squeeze. Apple was in a squeeze. Green dot. I'm about to go. Boom. Took off. Got green dots here. I'm in a squeeze. Green dots. I'm about to go. Boom. It took off. So, nothing to do with Apple right here. It's just way too extended. I might be a buyer back in 155 range. It's got to come in. It's got to come in. Let the stocks come into you. ELF was been a real good one. Look at this. Oh, let me take this off because it's been kind of. Look at this. Once it. Woo! It's a green dot. It's a green dot on a huge update. That means that this is still gonna go. But again, I'm not chasing it here at 78. I'm gonna let it come back in here. I'm a buyer of ELF at 70, 75, somewhere right here. I don't like this move. This is way, and it looks like it's firing to the downside. Moving on. Lennar, I had this at 96. Remember, guys? I had it at 96, and I got out of it right when it got to 100. I had it in the short put scenario, running the wheel. Went to 105, just kind of how I should. It's just like textbook. I have nothing here. I'm gonna have an alert here at 101 if it comes back in, just to kind of take a look at it. And I think that's it. I got one more, last one. NTH, woo! Green dots. This is about to go. This is telling me I'm about to go. Wow, this is extended though. This is way extended. I don't want to chase this, but this is gonna take off. This will take off. I'm gonna put an alert here. This is gonna take off. This is gonna hit 120, sometime soon. But I am not a buyer. I'm not a buyer at these levels. I'm gonna let it come back into me at least to 111, at least back to the 8. And the only reason I'm not waiting to the sweet spot is because this is telling me I have no time left. I'm about to go. So if somehow during the week it kind of dips back inside here somewhere, that little momentum it moves about 4 points a day. So even if it comes back inside here, within the day, I'm gonna take a look at it with a stop right beneath there. You know what? I'm a buyer right here. Why? Because I'm stopping out like less than $1. I'm stopping out right here, and then I'm gonna be a buyer again over here somewhere. But let me put an alert right here. And this does take off, because this will be like a 1-to-7 ratio. All right, that's it, guys. That's it. We went through all of them. I wanted to be this bit a bit shorter than last week's, but maybe it's the same length. I don't know. But I think I'm giving you pretty good insight. Again, if you like this format, give me a likes. Let me know. This is kind of what you want to see, what you want to hear. If you don't, let me know as well. Constructive criticism is always welcome. Let me know the good and the bad and the ugly of what you want to see here, what you're hearing from me, what we want more of or less of or whatever. And also if you want me to go over also the wheel trades and the wheel strategy and I'm 100% dedicating myself to the squeeze here on these videos. But if you want me to also dedicate some time or a separate video, maybe do 2 videos a week, one on the squeeze and one on the wheel trade, I could do that as well. Just let me know what you want. I'm here to serve.